Hey there everyone, welcome to today's Real Talk video. You know the drill. These are the type of videos where I come on and talk to you about behind the scenes things that have been lingering in my mind. Sometimes more of a social issue, sometimes it is related to beauty. Today it is kind of related to beauty. But as always, these types of Real Talk videos are just a chance for me to share my personal thoughts and opinions, maybe some struggles I've been having, and this is an invitation to a conversation. So if anytime during the video a thought hits you or you've got a question or a comment, please pause the video and take the time to write it down below. I always come back and read comments whenever I get a chance and reply to as many as I can. So today's video is a topic that has been brewing in my mind for quite a bit, but it really solidified earlier this week when I was at a local event hosted by one of my friends. It was about beauty, what is it called? Business in beauty? Something about... I'm not good with titles. Something about being a beauty YouTuber and being successful and running it as a business, essentially. She had a witty title, can't think of it right now, it's Sunday morning. But a lot of the questions that she sent over to me in preparation for the panel, and I was one of the panelists who was up there answering questions, along with a few other beauty YouTubers as well, most of whom I know from previous events. And, you know, some of her questions really had me thinking about what it means to be authentic here on YouTube, what it means to be successful, and the definition of being successful as a beauty blogger, and as well how to grow and be more popular, and how to, you know, build your brand, so to speak. So I didn't know the answer to a lot of those questions because I felt like I've never taken very detailed, purposeful steps to be a brand, to become more popular. I've just always done what I do. Now, looking back on my YouTube history, because I had to look it up for the panel to answer some questions, introduce myself, apparently, I signed up for YouTube in December 2006. So because it's December, we'll just roll into 2007. Let's say I signed up for YouTube in 2007. This was during the time, I believe, when Michelle Phan was still filming on her MacBook. Like, way back when. This was also the time when it was totally acceptable to upload things in 240 resolution or 480 because that was as high as things went unless you worked in film and broadcasting and you had a big old shoulder cam. Of course, YouTube is so much more different now. The bar has really been raised. The standards are so high on how to be a popular, potentially popular and successful beauty blogger here on YouTube. But back then, all that was okay. Back then, not everyone was a YouTube partner, meaning that if you wanted to earn any money from your YouTube videos, aka ads being placed on top of, before or after your videos, you actually need to apply, send a formal application to YouTube to say, here's who I am, this is what I do, here are my numbers, I would like to apply to be a YouTube partner so I can earn some money from the ads that you put in front of my videos. The ads haven't changed. They still do the ads. Those are kind of the monthly income that trickles in from having a YouTube account. But really that doesn't earn you much nowadays because a lot of people have either ad block on or the real revenue comes from you signing independent contracts with other brands and doing sponsored videos versus the base income from YouTube. Now, that's where I started. Me taking YouTube seriously putting out content regularly and actually thinking about, oh, I should film something this week, really didn't start until maybe 4 years ago. In 4 years, plus the little bit of extra from way back when, until now, I am only at 35,000 subscribers. Now, it depends on what perspective you look, you take when you look at this. If you look in terms of the general successfulness of beauty vloggers, YouTubers, I don't know what I'm supposed to be called, here on YouTube, that's actually a surprisingly and kind of very, very low success rate. So in terms of how many years I've been on YouTube, I don't consider myself a very successful YouTuber. I haven't grown all that much for a number of years. Many people grow way, way, way bigger in terms of numbers in even a smaller amount of time that than how long I've been on here, right? But when you look at a lot of the tips and tricks and what people tell you about how to be more successful here on YouTube, it involves a lot of things that I don't personally feel comfortable with doing. And that has to do with obviously my personal values, how I see this space, because this is mostly my space. Sure, my stuff is on the internet, everybody can see them, but I feel very possessive and protective of my content and my space here, whether it's here on my YouTube channel or over on my website blog. People give tips like, do more collaborations. Again, all of these tips are completely valid and will probably totally work for most people, but it's just kind of my own feelings about what I want to do doesn't fit with these tips. So collaborations, I think I've only done one collaboration ever on my channel, and it's with a YouTuber who I watch very frequently and whatnot. So I did one, but for the most part, I don't do collaborations because I think they can often come off as inauthentic. You message someone and say, hey, you're also a beauty YouTuber, I like the look of your videos, let's collab. But really, a lot of what's not being said under there, and again, this is not everybody, but sometimes very, very obvious, what's not said is, hey, we're about the same level, but we might have different people. I kind of want to get some of your people. Sure, you can have some of my people. Let's collaborate so we're in each other's viewing range, and maybe we can trade some subscribers and we can both benefit and be more popular. That's what's not said. And sometimes collaboration just come off as being very awkward. Like when people are instant friends, it's like, I am such a big fan of so-and-so, even though I've only just started watching the things, you know what I mean? If I ever have collaborations here on my channel or other people make appearances, and sometimes they have in my vlogs, those are real people that I'm friends with outside of YouTube. They're not just someone, whose videos I've watched for a bit and I think they got some subscribers that maybe I want. No, that doesn't work for me. So collaborations are few and far between, if ever, on my channel, and I think I want to keep it that way for a while. If, like I said, anyone ever appears on my channel, it is because I really actually like them and we are actually friends off camera, and they just happen to be in town or happen to be hanging out, so they're in my video. Really, that's should be the only reason that they're on my channel. Another thing is a lot of the beauty community now has moved on to a stage where they have agents and networks representing them. I have been contacted, actually I get contacted constantly about, would you like to join our network? You represent so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. I'm currently not signed to any network because a lot of what they want and what I feel is going on behind the scenes doesn't fit with my personal values. Again, things like, you will probably have to collab with people that you don't really know because you're part of the same network. You will probably be put on a schedule of how many videos you need to make per week and things like that, and that doesn't fit with my current lifestyle. There's a lot of things that prevents me from signing up as part of a network. And while there are tons of benefits, and it could work for some of you, if you are just looking to go business, it's not for me. So I still work independently. I sign all of my independent contracts with other brands. If I work with them or do sponsorships, it's all just me, one woman show. Another thing I want to talk about is making popular videos. Someone, I can't remember whom or where this came from, or, so and so, but they've mentioned that I haven't quite found my niche yet, and I'm not quite as exciting or interesting as other channels. And to a certain extent, I agree. I don't do a lot of the popular videos because I don't like doing videos just for views. Once in a while I'll throw in something like the holidays, and they just happen to be trendy, but I'm not super stuck on it's Valentine's, must put Valentine videos up. It is summer, must put summer videos up. It is, Thanksgiving, must put Thanksgiving videos up. Sometimes I will, if it happens to match well with something I'm already working on. But I'm not at the point where I'm purposely creating content to fit those things so I can get more views, so I can get more money. I probably should be if I want to take this thing seriously, but I'm not, because I have a life and I don't want to be a slave to YouTube. YouTube is currently a part-time job for me. It is so great that it pays a couple of bills. Doesn't pay enough bills, or it's definitely not enough to live off of. But if I can ever get to a point where it pays for rent and some basic small, life necessities, I would be more than thrilled. I don't feel like I need to, it's not a personal goal to do YouTube full time, because I think if you're thrown into there all the time, then I get drained very easily, and it's hard for me to be on and be out there every single day if that becomes my full-time job. So I do enjoy the idea of having a second life outside of YouTube, and allows me to be more creative when I'm on camera because I have that time to recharge. But I don't do a lot of the popular videos that get the most hits. I don't name my titles anything clickbait-ish. Clickbait just means you name your video a title that doesn't have anything to do with the actual video content, or the title is usually something very shocking and try to get people surprised so they want to click on it, and then they find out it's nothing surprising and it's nothing to do with the title really. I don't want to do that because it doesn't feel right to me. And I guess my personal values and how my blog policy works overrides what you may need to do to become more popular here on YouTube. So I guess the question goes, do I care if I am more popular on YouTube or not? It's a yes or no question. But my answer is also a maybe. Don't you hate maybe answers? It's a maybe because yes, I would like to grow my channel. But I would like to grow it in a way that's organic and authentic and still feels right to me. There are tons of ways to grow your channel quick, but a lot of those methods don't sit well with me. And sometimes, it involves me having to really put on act, and I don't want to do that. It's tiring, doesn't feel right to me. So I'm really, when people ask me, oh, how do you get more subscribers? Literally, I have no clue because I haven't been doing any of the super fancy tips and tricks, the quick and dirty ways to get more subbies. I've just been doing what I do. I'm not a super exciting person in the sense that I don't have candles in my background. Someone actually mentioned it would be nice if you had candles flickering in your background. Maybe in the future if I have the resources. Right now I don't. I just got a wall and some pillows. So you just gotta deal with the wall and pillows. And I know my wall is a super ugly color, but it's a rental and I don't have a choice. I think, I want to find ways to be able to move forward and be successful, shall you say, while still being authentic to myself. And I guess I'm struggling a little bit with where to find that balance. and where to find where I fit here on YouTube even after so many years. Because I don't have rainbows popping out of my ears, and I don't have super fun, snazzy, wow, in your face type of content. I'm just more of a calm, introverted, crafty type of person who also likes to dabble in makeup. Like, really, that's all I am. And I don't know if that works on YouTube. If that's enough for YouTube, you know what I mean? So to wrap up this video, I'd love to hear some of your thoughts on the situation. I'd love to hear any recommendations and suggestions for where you would like to see my channel go. Yes, there will be more regular content, back to regular programming. This week, I'll probably put up a double video this weekend because I have some time. But otherwise, share your thoughts with me down below. Of course, I come and check up on the comments in a little bit. But I feel like I'm a little stuck in the bubble and I'm not sure how to break out of that bubble. And especially with doing school full-time right now, it's a little stressful and I'm feeling like I don't know what to do. So this is where you come in, because all of you, if there's one thing that my friends always say about my viewers, all of you, and no, you're not fans, you're just viewers and friends, because I don't like the idea of having fans. It's awkward. They always say that you are a small but incredibly loyal bunch. And I couldn't agree more. So looking forward to reading your comments. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take care. Bye.